excited to be on here together with you. You may be asking yourself the question, why is he on here? Why have they chosen him to kick this off? Well, first of all, I've been 35 years building businesses like the one that we're going to talk about here tonight. I've done it with my wife, Sylvia. We have 3 children. My wife has been on the C-suite of a company, like the type of company you're potentially looking at enrolling here with. And I've also been the president and CEO. I've been president of the Association of Network Marketing Professionals for over 10 years. And we've really helped hundreds and thousands of people successfully launch and build a business here in this profession and building a business from home. So about 2 years ago, I was in the position where we were looking at, maybe like you, what is it that we want to do for the next decade? What is it that we want to do in our lives? We were actually literally prayed to God and said, God, what do you want us to do with our precious time here on earth? And because of our position, we took about 8 months and we looked at over 40 different situations. Did I want to be a CEO again? Many of you are in the corporate world and president of a company again. Did we maybe want to found a company ourselves if we couldn't find what we're looking for? Or did we want to go like you, be in the field, start off afresh and do this all over again and enjoy, being able to share with other people and help other people? And that ultimately was the decision that we made. So a question is, how do we make that decision? So I'm going to share that with you. This may be something that you're, find useful in helping you to make your decision. But one of the things I believe, and it's John C. Maxwell that has said this, everything rises and falls with leadership. And in making our decision, I know some of the questions and the things that we were looking for, my wife and I, and many of you on here maybe, I want to say you perhaps can't always ask this in other situations. But our number one thing was we wanted to have leadership, and we wanted the founder of the company, we wanted to be aligned with their faith. So for us, that was incredibly important. The second thing was we wanted to have an alignment of family values. Again, these may not be important to you, but I wanted to feel comfortable that if our children were around the children of the founders and the people that are on here, that we would feel incredibly comfortable with the conversations that were going on and the way that they held themselves and being part of that. So that was very important to us. Number 3, we wanted a field first founder. You go, what? You wonder what? And what that means is somebody who had started off just like you're doing and had become successful at building the type of business, helping other people, but that they'd also not only done that, they had done it in a way where they had worked face-to-face with people. In other words, they'd worked very much face-to-face with people, and they'd also done it online. So they knew how to do that. In addition to that, that success was recognized, and they were actually recruited to, lead a field development organization, a very significant company at that time. I think they were doing about $700 million in sales. So they also had corporate experience, and they had successfully built their own traditional businesses, not just one, but 2, and so successfully, and they were such good stewards of that, they created a lot of financial success for themselves while doing all these things, their faith and their family, and building a network marketing business, which helped them have the money and time to build the other business. So we knew that by your fruit shall you be known. We knew that they knew how to do this. And that was something that was very important to us. We also wanted them to be debt-free. And we wanted them not to have a lot of investors. We only wanted them, the founders, to be the only investors. So they were the only decision makers. Because, I don't know if any of you, have had friends that were 10 years ago, they were your best friends, and today you're not talking with them. No offense to any of them. But the people change. And we wanted to make sure that they didn't have other partners and people that they potentially would have to deal with and might dilute the decisions, and people point at one another. We wanted them to have all this experience, have all the authority, have all the resource to make this happen. And also, They were focused only on this channel, that they said, this is 100% our commitment to what it is that we're doing. And they were looking at it from a generational perspective. In other words, their adult children are growing up in and supporting to build and want to build, and ultimately maybe in a decade from now lead this company as well, and decades from now. So I felt very, very good about that. That was something that Sylvia and I were looking for. So leadership was a big check mark. I think, I was interviewed in Social Selling News, and David Bland asked me that question. I said, you cannot put enough time into the research of the leadership that you're going to be a part of, that you're going to work together with. As I said, everything rises and falls with leadership. Then the other part of it were the 3 C's. You go, what are the 3 C's? Well, the first C is customer reorder rate. And I just look at things really simply. This is it. Results. When people get results with a product, people are not looking to buy a product. They're trying to buy a result. When you feel better, you do better. I've never met anyone who doesn't want to feel better. And our products don't treat, they don't cure, they don't mitigate, they don't prevent any diseases. We don't try to baffle you with science. We don't try to sell you another thing. We just give you an opportunity to try the products out for yourself. And what happens is when people get results, they work. And our products, in addition to that, they're craveable. You're going to find that they're going, oh my gosh, these are crave-worthy products. I actually wake up in the morning, I'm looking forward to taking the product. They taste great. They're part of my life. I crave them. They're super convenient. They're high impact. And then when people get results, what happens? They want to repeat purchase. And when they repeat purchase, they naturally want to share them. In fact, they can't stop themselves. Even if they want to stop themselves, over time, people are saying, man, you've been happy for so long. You seem very focused. You seem very productive, whatever that might be. And they're asking them, what is that? And then suddenly you can share that. And it's so easy because it's sampleable, shareable products. The second C is community. I think we're living in a world that's a little lonely, that people want to be part of a community. They want to be part of a community that they can trust. But trust is built through conversation, particularly if you can enter into the community with no strings attached. You don't have to buy the products, and you can eavesdrop on conversations, and it's a crackling, fun, exciting, community-based, place, and you can see all that success that people are having, whether in person or online or everything in between, and you can go, oh my gosh, this is as real as all get out, and the company's constantly collaborating. Would you all agree that, things are changing all the time? And when you have got great ideas, if you ever built a business before, you want to be with a company that'll collaborate with you, but they're not handling you going, oh yeah, I know how you feel, but they don't, because they've never walked a mile in your shoes. In other words, where they're going, I know how you feel. I felt the same way when I was building my business. I felt the same way when I was in corporate building a business. I felt the same way when I was building my traditional business. I've built just like you. I had kids I had to handle, all these different things. You're going, oh my gosh, they get me. They can collaborate with me, but they're going to lead this, where they've got corporate people who are going to help with this, and they'll continue to lead and build that. That is brilliant. Then the last C, the third C, is compensation. And this one's pretty radical. And I say this really respectfully, is that when you look at compensation, the actual payout is what's important. In other words, the cents on the dollar, not the CV, BV, QV, WOV, whatever the way you want to talk about it, but the actual, we spend cents. What cents on the dollar are paid? And when Sylvia and I were doing our research, this company over the 6 months that we looked at it, paid out between 54 cents and 59 cents on the dollar. Now, why is that important? Because on average, that's 10 cents more, 10% more than most of the established incumbent companies. Now, if you want to be successful, I heard the founders of Shopify saying that one of the strategies that they used was conversation commerce, in other words, a community where you can listen to people, and that they were going to pay more than just the competition paid, the establishment paid, the incumbent companies paid by 10%. So Aspen had chosen to do that. And how can she afford to pay out that additional 10% as a minimum? And in some cases, as much as 20%. is that she looked at 10 gears in the business and she said, let me find ways to run those areas of the business 1 to 2% more efficiently than other companies have in the past. Because with modern efficiencies and with our knowledge of business, I know how to go in and do that. And she was able to do that. And with that, what has it done? It means that in the, our product, and when I say this, we're not making a guarantee of income, guys. This is not a guarantee of income. I want you to look at our income disclosure statement. You can see what those average incomes look like. You can see an historic look back. In other words, over the course of the last year, that's the recent year, 2023. You can see at the different ranks what people have on average have earned. And you can get a sense from an historical analytical look back at what has happened in the past and see how could you grow that business and get a sense for what it might look like for you to try to generate that type of income. But there's still in all, as I said, it is a business. There is no guarantee of income. But I've never seen one that's stronger on the front end. It's got up to 35% on the retail price of the product. That is an incredible opportunity. And it doesn't just pay that strong payment the first time they buy the product. It pays it the second time they buy that product. So repeat purchases create repeat income, and it's the same amount. It doesn't go down the second time. And when they buy more, you get paid more, and that repeat purchase creates repeat income. So you can see why the strong customer reorder rate is important. When they do it inside a community, you can see why it's so important, and it creates that ripple effect. And when it creates that ripple effect, then what begins to happen? People start getting paid on levels, which is really strong and creates leverage. And then ultimately, you can get paid in leadership more money. So you can see now why we're strong in the front, in the early ranks, strong in the middle, as people begin to enjoy and understand leverage, and it's strong on the later places as people become leaders and develop other leaders. This is incredible strength. Let me finish this. By your fruit shall you be known. Has it really worked? You know what? In God we trust. Everyone else needs data. What's the published data from this company in terms of the business that they've done? So think about this. $1.5 million in sales for the entire first year. Then their second year, they did $8 million in sales. In their third year, they did $19 million in sales. Now let's look back over the first few months of this year. They then went on to do $2.3 million in sales in 1 month. Then the next month, they went to do on $3.2 million in sales in 1 month. Then they went on to do $6 million in sales in 1 month. And we've already surpassed the $19 million last year in the first 6 months of this year. So by your fruit shall you be known. You can begin to see that we have a mission with money, with a system and a team and collaboration that's leading to the additional income, that's leading to people feeling better and wanting to do better. So I want to hand this over to Sam Schubert, who is going to, or not, sorry, with Carly Foster, who's going to share with you. I just want to say thank you very much. And Carly, are you there? And let me hand it over to you.
I'm here. Thank you so much, Garrett. I appreciate that. You guys, Garrett is such an incredible leader, and the fact that he has joined forces with Bravenly just continues to show what an incredible, powerful, ethical company we are. Because one of my favorite Garrett quotes, and I repeat this all the time, is he likes to do worthy work, right? It's so important that everything that he does is done with integrity. So when he got his buy-in, then you know that you have something really special. So I was super honored to work with him and his lovely wife, Sylvia. So anyway, I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about my story. So my name is Carly. I am a mama of 7, a happy wife, and I've been in network marketing for about 10 years. And I want you guys to kind of go back with me. We're not going to go through like the whole life history here, but I want you to go back with me to 10 years ago. And I had a little boy, like just a brand newborn baby, and I wanted to be home with him. And financially, we were in a really tough spot. The end, it was around the, not too far after we'd seen similar kind of crashes. My husband was in construction, had to rebuild his business. There was just a lot going on. And so it was one of those things where the economy wasn't fantastic. And we certainly were not in a fantastic place with our finances. And I wanted to stay home with our little guy. And so I looked for network marketing, right? I actually got on Instagram of all things, and I typed in work from home businesses, right? How to make money from home. I was looking, as so many people out there are, for a way that I could help my family and stay home with my baby. We were barely making ends meet, guys. When it came down to it, it was tight for things like gas and diapers. And those are obviously necessities. And I knew that I wanted to do my part, right? As my husband was rebuilding this business in a poor economy. And so at that point, I ended up finding network marketing, and I jumped into it. I wasn't terrific. In fact, I was actually pretty bad at it when I started, but I saw the potential of me being able to bring in some extra money for my family, and that's just what I did. And even though it wasn't a huge amount in the beginning, it's amazing that little bit, the relief that it can bring when you are unable to pay that bill, when you're unable to fill up that gas tank. Every penny matters. And it was life changing to be able to just take that breath of fresh air and know that we were going to be okay, that we were going to be okay. And so what ended up happening at that point was, I just remember getting to that place of being able to help make ends meet a little bit. And I got better and I learned. And I remember the first time I got to, go to my husband and I said, "Hey, let's go out to dinner tonight." And I remember him saying, "Well, I don't know if we, if that's in the budget." And I said, "I can pay for it." Something as simple as going out to dinner as a family was something that was such a big thing. And I got to pay for it. I got to take us out. I'm pretty sure we used a coupon, but that's okay. Like, the truth is that it was so impactful. And what I noticed is I like, okay, I got this. I got this down. I can share this product I'm passionate about. I can do this. And I started to see that there was women who had done even more, and men, right? There were people that had taken it to that level where they actually were able to replace an entire income. And I thought, what if I can do that? Right. And so I just remember seeing that there was people that could even do more. And so my mind started to open up to the possibilities in network marketing. And I'm going to tell you, it was a slow build for me. It took a long time. I definitely wasn't building in momentum. I wasn't, building with a boom. But what I did have was I had belief and I had a tool to get me there. You guys, so many people out there are looking for a tool. They're looking for first that relief, but then that tool to even get them further. Everybody has that list of dreams, those things that they want for their kids. They want to be yes moms, yes dads, right? They want to be yes grandmas or grandpas, or take that trip or pay off that house, and or be able to buy a new one. We all have those hopes and dreams. And right now, so many people feel hopeless. And you know what network marketing gave for me? Even when it was just giving me a little bit extra a month, because it gave me so much hope and belief in the future of what could be. And man, that is powerful. Belief and hope, there is nothing more powerful than that. But you know what else it gave me, you guys? It gave me a community. It gave me a place where I learned to better myself. I learned to be more healthy. I learned to be more confident. I learned how to make friends. I was a lonely stay-at-home mom living in a farmhouse in the middle of nowhere. And suddenly I was surrounded with people who cared what I thought. They cared what I did. They noticed when I was missing, right? It was one of those things where I started to get this community of people that it was their job to help me be better. Wow. And so, on top of starting to make a little extra money, and then a little bit extra more money, and building this community and building my confidence and reclaiming my health and becoming, fit, and all the other things that came with this, I got so passionate that I wanted everyone to be able to experience what I had. So what did I do? I'm like, hey, I got this for me, and I see it, and I want it for other people. And I shared it. And I shared it with passion and belief and love and with a heart to help others. And when I did that, you know what happened? Started to find other mamas like me. And that's where it started. Then I started to find other dads. I found like, people, at first it was just everybody who looked just like me and they were in that same spot. But then it became, like other people outside of that, business men and women, right? Who were like, hey, I need help too. I need help too. And what ended up happening over time is I went from that person who just got that little bit of extra money to that mama who got to say yes to taking our family to dinner, to that mama who got to take my kids to Disneyland, right? To that person who got to take my husband home from a job that was hurting his body, and to that person who gets to travel and do all those fun things. And I have this bucket list of things that I get to cross off. But I'm going to tell you right now, as much as I love putting a little check mark on those things, that list of, oh, wouldn't it be great one day? Nothing even comes close to holding a candle to the excitement that you feel when you get to help impact somebody else's life. When you get to see that light of hope and belief go out in their eyes, man, nothing compares to that. And that is the beauty of network marketing. When it's done right, that is what we can do here together, is we can create that ripple of hope in a time that feels so lost and scary and broken. We can be hope and light. And that is a beautiful thing to be. So I'm going to stop it there, my friends. I'm going to go ahead, though, and I'm going to hand it over to the beautiful Sam. Oh my goodness, this woman has such a mama's heart. She's got so much passion for the product and how this helps people. And just, every time I've talked to her, I just love her energy. So I'm going to pass it over to you.
Oh my goodness. Wow, Carly, that was amazing to hear. I relate so much to your story. Amazing. But anyhow, y'all, if you're on here, it's not an accident. There's a reason that you're here. Maybe you're looking for options or some additional tools to help you on your health journey, or maybe your interest is piqued in our business model and our pay plan. Whatever that reason is, we are just so excited that you're here. So, hello, everybody. I'm Sam Schubert. I'm an executive vice president here with Bravenly, and I come from a small town in Mississippi, but currently I live in a small town in Pennsylvania. We are a military family that's lived in a lot of places. I'm actually retired from the Coast Guard, so is my husband. And we have a 10-year-old son who is actually the reason why I'm even here, because he struggles with multiple health problems, and Bravenly has helped us tremendously. Y'all, for years, I was just looking and praying for something to help improve his quality of life just a little bit. And within just a few weeks of being on these products, we've seen an incredible transformation. One of the biggest issues that we had was finding something that just tasted good from the eyes of a 10-year-old, right? And Bravenly has nailed it in that department. We've got powerful and clean ingredients that taste amazing. And y'all, I don't know how in the world they were able to get a turmeric and apple cider vinegar drink to taste like a snickerdoodle cookie and deliver the kind of results that we've seen and experienced. Literally blows my mind, but they've done it. So, y'all, that was my motivation in getting involved with this company. I knew that there were more mamas out there like me who were looking and praying for solutions or options like we offer. And y'all, there's just no better feeling than making a difference in helping people. And here at Bravely, I get to help people feel better. So if you love to help people, you will fit right in here. So I know that Garrett talked a lot about, the company, and Carly talked about, the business and stuff so far tonight. But I want to tell you a little bit about our phenomenal VIP customer program. It's crafted like nothing else out there. So first of all, there's a zero auto ship requirement, okay, which is huge, because usually everybody thinks in order to take advantage of all the perks, you got to commit to an automatic shipments. And it ain't like that here. Whether you're here to build a business or simply improve your health, we've got no requirement for anybody to sign up for automatic shipments. Okay, so number one, you're going to be able to take advantage of the best price as a VIP customer. Okay, the standard in the industry is 10% discounts for a perks program, and we do give you that here. But also here at Bravenly, you're going to get an additional 10% back deposit in your account to go towards any additional products. So ultimately, you're looking at 20% off the retail prices just like we do as brand partners. Okay. So number 2, we love referrals, right? That is our bread and butter here is referrals. And how that's the way that we've grown here so fast because of the word of mouth and sharing our results with people. So, you know, once you fall in love with your results and the products as a VIP customer, if you share them with anybody else, which is so easy to do, y'all, as a thank you, Bravenly is going to deposit 10% of their order into your account as product credit. Y'all, that's insane. It's so easy to share these products because of just how good they taste and how fast that people see results. Okay. So number three, let's just say that you love the product so much that you actually never want to run out. Okay. Let's just say that you do turn on that auto ship and check that box. I like to call it smart ship because it's just smart. In my house, we did run out one time of a couple of the products here, and I can tell you that that will never happen again here in this house. But let's just say you check that box. Bravenly will credit your account up to $250 to be a part of our auto ship program. And there's some other details surrounding all that you can ask questions to the person that sent you here. But y'all, nobody in the industry that I know of has a VIP customer program that is crafted like that. And let me tell you something else that speaks volumes is our reorder rate. Our reorder rate is over 80%, and that is huge because again, the industry standard, y'all, it's only 20 to 30%. So that tells you that people are loving the results here. They're loving our products. They're loving the taste. They're loving all the perks that they're getting, and they are reordering every single month. And a lot of people are actually reordering multiple times a month. So y'all, I am so excited about how well we treat and reward our loyal customers here at Bravenly. So, okay, I don't want to keep y'all here all night, but I do want to say that if you can ever make it to one of our sip and sample events and have the opportunity to taste the products, you're going to absolutely be blown away at how amazing everything tastes. Our corporate team is currently on the road, hitting some different cities, and even as leaders host them all the time in our local areas. So I know if you ask, you will definitely be able to attend one of these events somewhere close to you, wherever you are. I personally drove 2 hours to be able to taste these products. And when my son got the opportunity, I couldn't get him to stop tasting the products, to put them down and walk away. You've tasted them, they're good, okay? He loved them. So you definitely, you know, if you're close to a sip and sample event, please make an effort to get there and just see and learn so much more about this company and the energy that's there and everything. And we've also got currently running an incentive where we're giving away iPads in our Facebook group. It's called Bravenly Insiders. So make sure to ask to be added there to whoever sent you here. That's going on until the 18th. So please don't miss out on that. And I think that's it, you guys. I think we're going to wrap it all up from here. So y'all, I ask that if you happen to resonate with anything that we've shared with you tonight, if you're just looking for options, whether it be in your health journey or a business opportunity to help with some additional income, please get with the person that invited you here, and they can help you with any of the other questions that you might have. So that's it, you guys. Thank y'all, everyone, so much for being here. I want to respect your time. We're so grateful and appreciative of y'all here. And I just wish y'all, everyone, have a blessed night tonight.